Let's get some perspective on the investigations and what we've been learning. Senior political analyst Britt Hume joins us tonight. Good evening, Britt. Your thoughts on all this?
Well, I must say, having listened to Catherine's report, that it does look like Elijah Cummings' conclusions were a little bit too hastily reached. And, you know, the evidence that we have now appears to show that this incident involving Flynn may not have occurred at all. The fortunate thing for us in our business is it isn't one more example of some media outlet getting it wrong, although if you looked at the beginning of that MSNBC piece that was shown at the beginning of Catherine's piece, you know, Flynn sells evidence, Flynn sold out the administration. I'm not even sure if the story was true, whether that was a conclusion that could be reached. There's just been too much bad information around, Brett, and the problem with it is that it's feeding these calls now to have an independent investigation of the so-called independent special counsel investigation. It's getting pretty weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting pretty muddy in there. But to that point, you have people looking at how the DOJ has handled and what we've learned about the people who were in position to deal with this investigation, like Orr and his wife working for Fusion GPS on the Trump dossier. It does raise some eyebrows.
We do have some intersections here, don't we, Brett, between people who are working on the Clinton investigation or investigations, or were senior in the Justice Department during them, and who are now, in some way, have some role in the current special counsel investigation, in addition, of course, to Mr. Orr and his wife and their connections, and the fact, of course, that Orr apparently met with a representative of that Fusion GPS company. All of this is getting pretty thick. And you know, this plot is going to somehow have to be unraveled. All these connections are going to have to be spoken to. And, of course, at the same time, you've got this stonewalling going on that has been going on with the FBI and the Justice Department and, you know, fellow Republicans on the Hill. And that raises all kinds of intriguing. Why doesn't the president simply order those people to testify, provide the documents, and so on? So we've got a real witch's brew here of different elements that make this picture, as you just pointed out, I think muddier than it has been for a long time, maybe than it's ever been since the start of it all.
And quickly, Britt, the president's attorney is saying tonight that the special counsel and that office has told them that they are done with White House officials being interviewed, administration officials being interviewed. They believe that they're weeks, if not a month or so away from the end of that investigation. We've heard that before, but it seems like it is starting to come to an end.
Well, you know, there are a couple of ways to look at that, and one of them is, of course, that it's self-serving with the administration to say that this is all now coming to an end, and you've heard the president's lawyers have been saying that, and so on. But the problem is, of course, that these are the people that are actually in touch more than anybody with the special counsel's office, setting up interviews and the rest of it. So they may indeed have a better sense of how far along this investigation is than anybody else. We'll have to wait and see, of course, but I don't think we can rule out that they're right about that this is nearly over.
Yeah. Okay, Britt, as always, thank you.